Hello, fellow YouTubers. Rebelshock here, and the reason why you haven't seen me a lot is because I have been pretty much down in the dumps lately. Really not was not really much in the mood of making videos or anything, and one of those big things is one thing is the things is that I don't have a job. I don't work. I'm looking for work. But where I live in Countersport, PA, and the town here is very small, and there's not that many jobs here in this town. Now, some of you are wondering, why don't you move? Well, that's the thing. I want to move, but I don't want to move yet until my son and his family moves. Um, My son and his mother and his stepfather lives in the same town I do. And I don't want to move away from him because he enjoys visiting me on weekends and I enjoy visiting him. And not only that, it's because he's the only one that holds me together as it is and that I'm not falling apart. He's the reason why I get up every morning, do whatever I need to do. Um, Now you're probably wondering, RoboShock, if you don't have a job, then how could you get your own laptop and get like all those games, video games, and consoles and that? Well, here's the good news and the bad news of it. The part of the good news is that my sister, my baby sister, um, she heard where I was living at, and she heard about that I had to go out in order and go to the library in order to be able to do things online. That's when she sent me the laptop for Christmas. Um, the second thing, um, reason why I had to go to the library is that I was doing college online. And that's another reason why I was getting so much stuff because I was getting student loans, since I was going to college. And here's the bad news. Why I didn't pass the first college I was at, the Phoenix University, so I had to drop out of that. Well, I didn't pass, so they dropped me. And I didn't have any money to be able to pay them back for whatever reason to keep going. So that was gone. Second thing was that I went to another college, which is RC University. I've been with RC University for a while, and I stopped going to RC sometime last month. And again, the stuff that I get was because the student loans that was coming in, and that's why I was getting stuff. Now, the bad news here is, of course, you have to pay back all the student loans that you got from the college. Since I don't have a job and I can't pay them back yet, I had to just say I had to drop out because I have no way of paying it back. But I told them that once I get a job and I be able to pay them back, I'll get back into that university and square everything off, and everything will be fine. And that's another thing why I couldn't be able to do videos pretty well. I could only do something like this and what other videos that I've done in the past was because I couldn't be able to afford all the new mechanics and everything that all the other YouTubers have, like RGT85, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Miser, Wade, let's say Wade, Bob, Markiplier's friends, you know, they should be able to do it because they have that technology. They have the money and they got that technology. Plus, not only that, Markiplier goes on roads a lot. He does shows for you guys along the way, and he does great. And he also does charity as well. So, and I'm pretty sure, and sorry, video stopped for a minute. And other YouTubers I've imagined do charity as well. So that's one of the other reasons why I can't make videos as good as they can. Because I don't have the technology that they have. I can't afford it. And another thing is that when I do my videos, I ask you guys what you want me to do next. Do you have anything to say? What your opinions, whatever, whatnot. You don't actually leave comments on my videos that I do. Somebody started to a while when I was doing cooking, and I didn't mind that. I thought that somebody would just see what I make myself for dinner at times. And sometimes I make that for my son and his friend when they come over here to visit. I make like chicken or macaroni and cheese dinner, chicken dinner with the mashed potatoes and whatever other side, whatnot, pizza and everything. And another reason why I could be able to afford those foods, those cold foods, is because of food stamps. But I could only afford like the not like the cold foods, okay, like the bread, the eggs, and chicken and that. Those I can afford. I get food stamps every month. I could afford those. But what I can't get is the hot foods like a rotisserie chicken that's already been preheated, hot sandwiches or anything. I can't get them with the food stamps. So it always has to be like a macaroni salad or a cold sandwich, like a ham sandwich or anything like that. Uh, um, it's just been a rough road for me. I live alone. I was married, as you can tell, because like I said, my son visits me. Um, I got married in 2002, and I got divorced right around um, somewhere around 2008 or 2009. We drifted apart and we've broken apart. Me and her and my son's mother, my ex. We just drifted apart in the year 2005. She went to live with somebody else. Where we were living out, we were getting kicked out. I moved in with her and her new boyfriend. Um, um, Things were not getting along with them. Then she met somebody else, and then he had the money so me and my ex could be able to get a divorce, and he could marry her. Now he was not doing so well with him either because he was going online over the internet talking to other girls and everything. So he packed up and left one morning without her and anybody else knowing. She was heartbroken. Um, she stayed single for a while. She still stayed with this guy, but she didn't want to, be married to him because he was a pain in the ass. But they actually got a place together. They stayed together. Then when she was going to group here in Calsport, she met somebody else. His name was Robert also, and she started to like him. He started to like her, and they just got together and they got married like about a year or two ago. Um, so it's like for the past few years, I've been, living alone by myself, and this is my second apartment that I've been living in by myself now. Since the other one I lived in, I was getting kicked out because the building was being bought by someone else. Since I lived above a cafe, and the cafe shut down, and that's why the apartment was going up for sale when somebody else bought it, because the person that owned the cafe downstairs along with the building couldn't be able to afford it anymore. So I had to find a new place to go. Luckily, I stayed with my ex and her new husband at a place in Roulette, Pennsylvania, until I could find a place to go. So I was grateful for them to let me stay there until I found this place, and this is where I'm living at right now. It used to be like a quilt shop, but now it turned into an apartment. It's like 4 apartments here. The apartment one's up in the front. Apartment one's out here in the back. Apartment two's out here in the front. Right across from me is apartment 3, and I'm in here in apartment 4. So, and I apologize for having my shirt off, but because one, I was sweaty from a long walk to where my son lives, because I had to drop off his medications and his dog's coat. I take medications myself, but for me, I have like 3 disorders. I have generalized anxiety disorder. I have social communication disorder, and I forgot what the other disorder was. I forgot the name of it. You gotta excuse me. My memory's been coming and going ever since. I'm 46, by the way, and my mind is just going half the time right now because I'm having tough times thinking and everything. Um, I've had my colon taken out because it got ruptured, and that had to be taken out. If I didn't go, I was told that if I didn't go to the hospital on the exact same day that my colon was got ruptured, I would have died because it would have exploded inside me, and I wouldn't have made it. So, and if that happened, my son wouldn't see me at all. And my son, right now is 15. Back then, when I had my colon taken out and staying at the hospital for a while, my son was like a little bit younger. And now he was like about 6 years younger, 6 or 7 years younger. when it happened. So he was upset about me, of what was happening to me and everything, and he helped me out a lot because he understood that I had a bag that I had to wear until, you know, the where they cut me open. They had to wait till the holes get smaller and smaller, and be able to heal itself until they could be able to put me back together. And my son helped me with bending around and stuff. And actually, I had a hard time sleeping because when you have a colostomy bag, it's hard to sleep on the side and even on your stomach, especially on your stomach because the bag might pop. And if you sleep on the side, it's hard as well because you got that bag flopping on the side, and you know all that stuff that's going in the bag. You're afraid that's just gonna like sag and pull open. So I had to sleep a lot on my back. That was not good for me at all. But when I got the bag off, I was very happy. I could be able to sleep well. But now I take medications where I have to take them in order to sleep. I have trouble sleeping. I could only sleep for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I wake back up. And I want to sleep longer than that. It doesn't matter what time I go to sleep. I could go to bed at 11 o'clock, and I could fall asleep, and the next thing I know, I wake up about like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, and I can't fall back. I have a hard time falling back to sleep, so that's one of the things I'm taking medications for. Um, I'm going for trying to get SSI. I wasn't successful in the past when I had my colonoscopy done. I couldn't get SSI because it it wasn't that. I guess it wasn't that much big of a deal. I could still be able to find work if I still had the colonoscopy bag and all. But where I was working, I couldn't be able to go back to work because I was working as a dishwasher in the cafe downstairs when it was still open, and my boss said I couldn't go back to him and work because he was afraid that the bag might pop open and everything, and I could understand that because you're working around with dishes, utensils, and food, and you don't want that smell or any of those germs or bacteria get into the food and stuff. So I told him I understand, so I wasn't mad about him for that. I was trying to find other jobs when I had the colonoscopy bag on, but it was just no good. It Like I said, small town, not that many job openings around here, so um, I wasn't here. Oh, I wasn't born here in Pennsylvania. I was born and raised in New Jersey. Uh, Me, my sister, and my parents, we moved towards here, this way in Pennsylvania around, I think it was 1998. I think it was. Um, because one, my grandmother died, God rest her soul, and my uncles were really getting out of hand with money in the house and everything. So we just had to move. We moved in with my grandmother so we could help her, but about like a few years later, she was having problems with her lungs and her heart, and she just passed away. And me and my sister parents moved this way so we could get away from my uncles and them. I still have other uncles and aunts and cousins that live in New Jersey, but they're not as bad as my mother's brothers were. I mean, they were really messed up. They were in the drugs, and my grandfather, my one grandfather passed away. Then my grandmother got married again, and my second grandfather, what I heard was that he used to drink a lot and smoke a lot. I mean, he would go through maybe 3 packs of cigarettes a day. And as for beer, who knows how much he'll go through. But I know he smoked a hell of a lot. And he got his one leg got totally black, and they had to cut it off. And I heard that he actually punched a nurse because because of the leg thing. But that's what I've heard. So if it's true, it's true. My I'm almost done here. Then, I'll let you go. And whatever you want to say down in the comments below this video, go right ahead. It just took me a while to accept people's opinions about me. And, it's your opinion. I'm not going to get mad. Whatever comments you leave or anything, that's fine with me. That's your opinion. Basically, if you don't like what you like to see or anything, just let me know. And you should tell me what you really would like to see. My childhood was sort of okay. I got picked on a lot while I was growing up. My first gaming system was the Atari 2600. The original 2600, not the remade or whatever. I had a lot of games for that. Pac-Man, Mrs. Pac-Man. I had Hangman. I had Othello. I don't know if I had Othello Whisper on Atari or not. I'm not sure. Just a whole lot. Snoopy and the Red Baron. Laser Blast. Haunted House. Adventure. Surround. Seattle. I mean, I had a lot. Then, when regular Nintendo came out in 1986, my grandmother was still alive back then, when I was a kid, and she bought me a Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, not just the console, mind you. She bought me the deluxe set. She bought me the one with Rob, the robot operating buddy. Also the light gun, the gun that came along with it, and the 2 games that came along with it as well. And I just enjoyed Nintendo ever since that came out. My mom allowed me to join Nintendo Power Club. Back then, my mom sent money check towards them so I could be able to get them every single year, and I had quite a bit, a lot of regular Nintendo games as well. I mean, you're talking about Mike Tyson's Punch Out, Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong Jr. Let's see, what other games there? Dragon Warrior. And I just loved it. I had a Game Boy, but I didn't like the small thing that you had to take with you and everything. I didn't really like that. I don't know why. Because over the years it changed into Game Boy Color, then the Game Boy Advance and DS and so on. Same thing with the Nintendo. Over the years it had gotten from you got your regular Nintendo, then you had the Super Nintendo, which I bought myself because back at the time when it came out, I finally had a job and be able to buy it for myself. I got the bazooka for it, and then after that it was the Nintendo 64. Had games for that. Then at one point in time, I got the PlayStation. PlayStation 2. I got the first PlayStation. Then PlayStation 2 came out, and I got myself a PlayStation 2. Some of the games that was from PlayStation 1 I got was Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. Final Fantasies, when I had PlayStation 2, they got more into Final Fantasy X, and after I got Final Fantasy X, that was one of my favorite games I have ever played in my life. Graphics was excellent, the gameplay was good, and I mean, it was just spectacular the way they put that game together. Then I had that PlayStation 2, and I had the N64. But then, after N64, the GameCube came out, and I saved up money to get a GameCube. And as for my 64, I just gave it to my sister. And as far as I know, she probably still has it. Either that or she sold it. It doesn't matter to me because I did give it to her. I bought games for her as well. And then when I met this girl, my ex, online, when I had web TV, I moved in with her in year 2002. I quit my job in 2002 so I could be with her. Then after years rolled on, her son was destroying my games, destroying my music CDs that I get. Just practically anything that I get, he destroyed. And not only that, he would trade in my system that I bought. It took me a long damn time to get. He sold almost every console I friggin' had. He sold the PlayStation 2, then he would sell the GameCube. Then we would get the friggin' GameCube back. And because my son wanted to play cars and everything, then for some reason we would get PlayStation 2 back. Then he would, trade that in order to get an Xbox, which I don't mind because I played Xbox before. Some of the games that was on Xbox I liked. And, it was just too friggin' much for him to do. Then finally, when we moved in Roulette, he got PlayStation 4, which I don't know how the hell he got that game. Sold something. Then after a while, my son wanted my son to play games and that. He finally traded his PS4 and games and got a Wii system for my son. And you know, my son got the Wii for a while, and then when I had like left to go out on my own, find my own apartment and all, but my son, when I had student loans coming in to help me, I got some games for my son, but before I left, when I went on my own, I was getting a text from his mom saying that if I took any of his Wii games, and I'm like, how would you think that I would, you know, take my son's games and sell them for my own personal gain? I don't take things from my son. They found out who it was, but I kept telling them I'm just getting sick and tired of being accused for doing something that somebody else was doing or saying. But I had my own video game system after a while, got my own Wii system, then after a while there, I saved up to get a Wii U system when it came out, but I wasn't thinking right, so I could have bought the Wii U instead of a Wii when the Wii U came out, and you know, that was it. Then I had bought a PlayStation 2 again at a flea market store. I was buying it, making payments on that so I could buy it. I was playing it. It was doing fine then until for some reason it was breaking on its own. I mean, it wouldn't go, the disc wouldn't go in or the thing wouldn't pop out or anything. I took it apart. I tried to fix it, but the one gear that was on it that was hoping to go out, it was not. That was busted, so. But I was glad that the Wii U was working fine. So I got the Wii U. Got a few games for that. Got quite a bit of games for it, actually. Got Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed 4. Okay. Mind you. Let me see. I had Resident Evil Revelations, the first one. And I was buying all these games and everything, Zelda for it and everything. Then the Nintendo Switch came out. And, well, it was going to be that Nintendo XL, but all of a sudden it came to the Nintendo Switch, and when I saw it, I was like blown away. I was blown away because what games were going to be coming out for it, and the graphics, and going back to cartridge, and I'm like, finally, could go back to cartridge. This way I don't have to worry about scratching a disc. My disc, I don't have to worry about this disc being scratched or anything. Because they got into this new company with NVIDIA, whatever it's called, and it stores so much information and everything into that little microchip. That little microchip. And one of those cartridges, Switch cartridges. And I still can't believe it. It's been about two years now. 2 years since the Switch came out, and I still have it. And I have like 40, 50 some games. Like I said, the reason why I got all those games and that is because I had student loans for my college. Now I don't go to college anymore. I can't afford video games anymore. But my mom got a hold of me a few years ago. My sister told my mom that she could find me on Facebook. We patched things together. Now my mom asks how my son is doing because I asked his mother if it's alright if my mom gets him anything for like his birthday or Christmas or anything. And she said yes, but in the beginning my mom didn't exactly like Christine because what I told her what was going on, and that was kind of my fault. So all of that was on me. But I apologized to Christine. She accepted my apology because of what was going on, but still, they didn't excuse what my mom did. So right now, my mom's been helping me pay rent. Housing, I have housing, okay, and housing pays part of the rest of the rent, and I have to come up with mere $50 in order just to live here. So, my mom helps me out with 50. She sends me a little bit extra just in case I need something that I need for my apartment, like toilet paper or dish dish soap or cleaning stuff like that and everything, or any kind of particular food item like milk or whatnot. If I don't have enough on my food stamp card to be able to get another gallon of milk. And right now, she's helping me getting games for my Switch. I kind of asked her because these are games that I would really like to have on my Switch right now. All Final Fantasy games. I got like I got Final Fantasy 9. I got Final Fantasy 7 now. Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy X Chapter 2 is coming out next Tuesday, so I already pre-ordered that, so I can't wait to play that again. I love Final Fantasy X. It's awesome. I love that better than any other Final Fantasy games I have. Then I'm getting she's helping me get Final Fantasy 12, and next month, she's also going to help me get Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil Remake, and Resident Evil 4. I already have Resident Evil Revelations 1 and 2 on the Switch, and I love it. I'm so glad that they got Resident Evil Revelations 2 as well as 1 on the Switch. I'm just glad to be able to got Resident Evil Revelations 2 to go on the Switch. If not, I would have been pissed. But it worked. For Switch, I also got Skyrim. I got Has-Been Heroes. I like the game. I like the mechanics of it, the gameplay and everything. So if it's not to some people's likings, I can understand why, but I like it. I haven't gotten far into that game yet because I haven't been playing it for quite some time. Plus, also having trouble passing it. So, I also got Super Mario Odyssey. Let's see what else. Monopoly. I got. You know. Wolfenstein 2. I got Doom. I mean, just what they could be able to put on those little microchips and into a cartridge like that. It's amazing how much of graphics and everything can fit in that cartridge. And that little cartridge is like this big. I just wish that the cases weren't that big, though. I wish it was a little bit smaller because that wastes a lot of plastic and paper. So, but I also got Starlink. I got that. I got West of Loathing. I've seen Markiplier play it, and it looked funny as hell, so I wanted to get it and start playing it. I want to try to get Cuphead. That's coming out. That's out already, and I want to get that. I already got all the pinball games that came out on the Switch. I already have. So I like pinball games. I enjoy playing it. It's just just the nostalgia part of me that playing pinball games, it doesn't leave me. I enjoyed playing pinball games when I was a kid, so that's why I got pinball games for the Switch. And I don't have my own internet because I can't afford it. I got no job, so how can I get internet? Now you people probably saying, when I go online here, you say, "Oh, but we see you online typing and everything." I'm like, yeah, there's a reason why. There is a new dentist office that's next door to me, and this next door to the apartment here, and they have their internet that I could use, but in order to do that, as you can see, I'm in my kitchen using the internet. So that's why I could be able to get online and do what I want to do, check my emails and that. I can't go anywhere else in the house with the laptop. I have to stay in this corner next to my sink in the kitchen so I could be able to use the internet. I used to have my own internet, but after I moved into this new apartment and my stepfather, when my stepfather was working, his hours has been cut, so they couldn't be able to afford the internet for me. So I said, that's okay. I got no problems with that. If you can't afford it, that's fine. But they said they could still be able to afford rent money for me. And I said, that's fine. I'd rather have money for rent than have money for the internet, my own internet. So I works out there. The landlord's nice. He doesn't give me any problems whatsoever, and I don't give him any problems whatsoever. Excuse me. And basically, that's my life. I don't have a job, still looking for one, and trying to get SSI, and I barely go anywhere. I mean, I barely go to the library, use the internet, because I can use the internet here on the corner, but if I want to go to any certain kinds of special websites, I would have to go to the library and make sure that I have my headphones with me and make sure nobody sees what I'm doing. Make sure I bring the laptop with me. Same thing goes for the Switch. If I have to download something, I have to use the library's internet to download something on the Switch. And I barely go out for walks. I only go to stores if I need to. Most of my time, I just spend my time up here in my apartment, just watching TV and playing video games. Back then, when I was a kid, all my classmates and everything said I was being spoiled because my mom and parents was buying me a bunch of stuff, and you want to call me spoiled? Fine. They just, want me to be happy. I was the only child. I didn't have no brothers and sisters. I mean, I didn't have my sister until while I was in high school. You know, my sister didn't come into my life until I was about to graduate high school. So, you know, it's just it's just been a real roller coaster for me over the years. When I got married, I had a real nice job and everything, and making good money and all. Then all of a sudden, I was being stupid, and I made mistakes I'm not proud of. And my ex has made mistakes too, and we just don't, you know, put the blame. We just put the blame on each other. You know, we just don't put the blame on just one person, like just all me and just all her. I mean, we both accept the mistakes that we've made. You know, and I'm not afraid to admit that I've made mistakes, and I'm trying to correct the mistakes that I have done. It's a little bit hard, like I said, but I'm trying to do the best I can. Um, so that's my story. Um, I don't want to sit here and spend here over an hour or so telling you my entire life story or anything. Um, I'm still going to try to make videos. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of videos that you guys might like. I mean, I know some of the videos that I make, some of you people do view them other videos more than others. You know, I'm going to try to figure out. I'm thinking of one video, but I want to tell you, I want to make it as a surprise. I just need to figure out how to do it, and when I do, I hope that you all like it. You know, the people that YouTubers that watch, I would really like for you to subscribe to their channel. And as for the ones that if you have money that they have where you want to join their YouTube channels, I mean, it's, you know, just like if you have the money, join. I mean, they're a joy to watch, funny as hell. I watch beat 'em ups. I watch RGT85. Those two guys I watch for anything that's going to happen that happens with the with the Nintendo Switch. Spawn Wave I watch from time to time as well. He does produce about not just the Switch but other consoles as well. So I watch him from time to time. I watched Markiplier, and I watched Accept-A-Guy. Those two guys, their channels are really funny. So all the guys that I also watch Look Now TV and Chills because for Look Now TV I like that channel because I like to see supernatural stuff, UFOs, any kind of creatures, anything. And same thing with Chills. Not only that, see other YouTubers getting chased by other people, and like that stupid freaking clown thing where people were getting harassed and everything by clowns, scared by clowns and all. I also watch Chills that as well. So if you get a chance, subscribe to those guys' channels, and believe me, it's a joy. Especially to Accept-A-Guy and Markiplier. And especially when Markiplier plays with Wade and Bob and his other friends, like Cranky and that. They're fun. They're fun to watch. So I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If for my sake or anything, if you have any opinions or anything you want to say to me or anything, please put it in the comments below this video. So I know that if there was anything that you like or you didn't like or what you want to see or don't see or anything like that, just let me know. So this way I could get some kind of an idea of what you guys like and don't like. If you guys like me, that's cool, that's fine. If you guys don't, and you tell me about it, that's fine too. It's your opinion. I'm not going to get upset if you guys share your opinions. Okay? So, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and please leave comments in the section below this video so I would know what you like and what your opinions and everything is. Okay? So, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.